Hey, guess what? The rocks are shiny. And I got little droplets hitting me. Rain gauge in the house says 1/100th of an inch so far. So, yay! That's okay. We'll deal with it. We may just make some mud on the road as soon as we get a chance. Because we've got to get that cleaned out in there. And they're about done with that bale, so yeah, get that out. And at the point I don't care. Make a mess on the road. Couple things. Oh, that's timing. Now I can hear it on the roof. Couple of things. Yeah, I'm making my brain work. I thought about this last night. I don't ask for much. I never do. If you don't ask for much, you don't gotta expect anything. And if you don't expect anything, well, Rainy, I'd like you to move. He didn't tell you to walk out. Go the other way so I can. Yeah. Blue must have stopped. That's normal. Hey, guess what? Somebody forgot to turn the rest of the lights on. Probably because what I'm thinking about. Oh, then they swap places. I got a phone call last night. And, you know, there's some people that when their name comes up on the ID, it's not a matter of, it's a problem that they call. It's a matter of, if they call something may be wrong. My girlfriend, aka Featherhead's wife, she called me last night. Apparently it had a little accident with a generator. And, you know, hey, I know my brother. I know how he works on things. He does it safely. And shit can happen. Well, apparently something went wrong in the generator and it flashed an arc. He's in the hospital, supposed to get some skin grafts today. I don't know what all it really did do. She said he no longer has a beard. No longer has eyebrows. He's got Kardashian lips and Chinese eyes. I think his face is going to heal fine. She didn't say anything about any skin grafts for that. But his right arm, apparently they're going to start skin graft surgery on today. Me, it was my left arm. I got lucky. Luckier than he did. He got lucky too. So, some prayers for him and his family would be appreciated. Good morning, Wyatt. Look at that smile. Then they'll tell me, oh, he's been grumpy, but he likes to smile for me. Don't you, buddy? Don't you? Good morning, Blakely. You say good morning? No. She looks whooped. Of course, she just packed all that crap in. She didn't tell me she had it.
The whole 6 o'clock at night and before 5 a.m. I was getting old.
Ah, yeah. Daycare needs to set some hours.
Baby?
I saw a smile. You saw a smile in there. Gooby butt. Well, I came back out after breakfast and got to trying to do stuff and had to go back in the house. Had to hold Blakely up too. There was the dogs were raising hell. I should have got it on a video. There was a deer standing at that railroad tie up there. Standing broadside. Dogs were down here barking, so I was looking at it. I got to get her up so you could see it anyway. So I went over here and I'm like, God, I wonder if I can fit the skid steer between the stub wall there by the shop and that skid steer there. It's really close. I think I can get it, but I'm going to try to nudge the front of that one downhill a little because I'm going to take the dumpster and set it in there. But by the time I did a few other things and literally just started that one so I'd get the dumpster. And Thailand messaged me, I need you in the house now. Yay! Apparently the upstairs shower in the master, the pipe for the shower head has been cracked for a while. Not too big of a mess. I only cut out not even, well, maybe that much drywall. Got it so it'll hopefully dry. And got to order a new pipe and put on there. Hopefully everything comes apart. It's one reason for going ahead and taking the soft stuff out of the wall. Get it out of the way, you can hold on to the fitting behind it. And I haven't heard from the guy yet today. I think it's supposed to rain all day today. Tomorrow's supposed to be the same, so who knows? Either way, it's damp and chilly. You know when you just got so much shit, you're kind of overwhelmed and you don't know what to do? Whole bunch of buckets there stacked in. They're all have issues. White ones don't do well. They eventually crack, but that one's a good one. That one's a good one. Those two are good ones. A few blue ones are in there that were cracking. And grab the old recycle box to put jugs in. Since we don't get them in gallons anymore, it's nice to have the gallon jugs to fill up and use. That's what we pack it around with. Also works well when you're changing the oil because you know how many gallons you're putting in. But yeah, trying to go through, and I don't have an empty scrap barrel to dump those filters in, so they're going to stay in buckets for now, I guess. That one's set up with a deal in it, expanded metal, so you can drain them. Why? Because, well, at one point they wanted us to crush them, or they wouldn't take them. Then at one point they wanted us to burn them, or they wouldn't take them. Then they decided, oh, well, just make sure they're drained out. And crushing them was fun. We had a deal over here. It was all cobbled together, but it worked well. It was before we had the press. So we'd bring the 175 in and hook it to the remotes at the front of the loader and squish them there, but don't get too close. If they hadn't drained much, they would make a mess. That's more buckets over here that need to go, but like that one full of horseshoes, I don't really want to touch it. And I think that one's about the same way. But anyway, I am working on figuring stuff out here. Anybody wants to screwed up ball of twine, there it is. I just decided screw it. I mean, we go through so much used twine using for stuff, why have that? It's just in the way, and it's not like you can pull it out, it's all buggered up. So, yay. All the fun stuff. Bucket that's going in the garbage with garbage in it. I don't know what to do with this one. So for now, I guess it sticks around. I mean, there's some wrenches here you can't find anymore, and God knows what all's in there for sockets. They either get used, tossed, or whatever. And stuff in that one's going in the scrap for sure. And that one's empty. Keeper stuff. I think we brought that one from when we lived in town, and I know this one was. Kids kind of went through a bunch of stuff I had in the shop and threw it in buckets, and then it got here and got thrown wherever. And I have a bag there that's clear full of the bad buckets and a bunch of other junk. making a little headway. So, yeah, just all having fun here. Well, dang, I was going to do a little video of Ty leaving, but yeah, we're just over a 1/4 inch since 5 o'clock this morning. Not too bad at the moment. I forgot that Becky and I had a Zoom meeting at 2 o'clock and got screwed up. I was out here and Becky sent me a text, but it didn't come to me. It finally did after I was in the house. Ty yelled at me, "Oh shit." Ran through here, and well, from there to there was about 1 inch of water running through. Now it's not. And that dumpster's way too full for not being close enough to next Wednesday. But it is what it is. Stuff's got to go sometime. And I don't know if I mentioned it yet or not, but you notice there's still engine parts here. That's still there. And that's still here. I talked to him earlier. Left him a message this morning. He called back at lunch. Had something come up. That's the, wonders of doing business. Things come up. And with me having that meeting at 2 o'clock, that, of course, that would have been the time. But I think he said Saturday at noon. Maybe tomorrow, either way. It's supposed to be drier than it's been. And anybody that's loaded something on a wet trailer or a frozen deck, it's not always good. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have Ty's undivided attention and we'll get these kids out of here. We still got to get out there and clean that, move the feeder over, and go from there. I wish we had another feeder like that with the roof on it. 2 more would be great, but we don't. So, and these guys are showing that they've been standing outside, because why? The frickin' pups have been in here chasing them out all day. I shouldn't say all of them. Balin does not. Bandit and Ghost are the 2 hoodlums. And today it's mainly been Bandit, because he's the one that's had the manure halfway up his legs. So hopefully these kids will be over there. Of course, we still got to get straw spread. The bale's there, it's just not spread yet. And we got to get some more straw in here, because this is getting nasty, but at least they're not dirty yet. That's a plus. Yeah, at least it let me get back to this barn before it started raining harder. Of course, now I got to go back to the other barn and give those calves a couple bales of hay inside. It is what it is. I'll go in and dry off later. Made some tires. Actually had a guy ask about a couple of those the other day. But for what he wants to use them for, they probably wouldn't be very good. He wants to put them on a little skidder. I think that top set in the back is the right size. They'll work good for duals on something, but I wouldn't put them on something I'm putting a load to. And the other 2 bikes are still there. They'll come and get them. I don't blame them for not coming today. And I'll get a hold of Becky when they get a chance. And obviously Blue is not laying up well. No, he is still laying up here. I hope he ate his dinner. Maybe I'll wait. Temperamental old guy. I was going to show you in over there too. What I kind of got going. That's what's in there so far. And yeah, Becky buggered that vacuum cleaner up. I have been through a few things on the shelf simply because I ran out of things on the ground to go through. Found some things I knew I had, I just wasn't sure where they all were. Lots of things that need to go yet. Mole trap there. Bunch of traps there. That bucket's got traps in it too. Those are all my old ones. We'll walk around here. I saw these handles sticking up here, and I thought, what is back there? Oh yeah, that'd be the bucket with all the new traps in it that I haven't had a chance to use for a year or two. So, all kinds of good stuff here. Keyword, all kinds of good stuff, right? Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I may sit in here in a dry spot for a little bit, let them calves finish their grain. Maybe by then, Blue will go from over there and down and have his dinner. Either that or he's gonna go hungry tonight. Not like he can't survive a day or two without. So, there's our wet Thursday. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you for watching, everybody. All I had to do was drag 2 bales over here. And I have a captive audience. Took them about 2.3 seconds. They were all out there, mostly on the other side of that feeder. I guess they want some decent hay because they finished off the rest, well, most of it. There's a little bit of that dry bale left, but definitely not enough to make it till morning.